Well, guys, Hunger Games Simulator has been something that's been going around for a while, so I figured I'd try a hand at it. So, yeah, here we go. Fandom Games with a bunch of fandom characters in Hunger Games format. Let's see how this plays out. I have it laid out to where you can see it all. But, yeah, let's go. Okay, so the bloodbath. Connie runs away. Phineas and Mabel work together to drown Morty. Well, of course, Morty's the first one dead. Cora runs away from the cornucopia. Marco runs into the cornucopia and hides. Marco. Dindy runs away from the cornucopia. Aang runs away from the cornucopia. That's not the only thing Aang runs away from. Ayo! Dipper grabs a pack and retreats. Darwin runs away from the cornucopia. Gumball runs away from the cornucopia. Finn runs away from the Finn runs into the cornucopia and hides. He can hide with Marco. Adrian runs away from the cornucopia. Wirt runs away from the cornucopia. Katara runs away from the cornucopia. Star grabs a shovel. Steven grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia. This is great. Steven has his shield. Mako runs away from the cornucopia. Greg grabs a shield leaning against the cornucopia. This is over the garden wall, Greg, not SU, Greg. KO grabs a backpack, not realizing it's empty. Rick scares Marinette away from the cornucopia. Jake runs away from the cornucopia, and Ferb runs away from the cornucopia. So already Morty's dead. Morty, rip in peace. You're the first death. Cora, Phineas, Jake, and Marinette hunt for other tributes. Steven makes a slingshot. Darwin explores the area. Katara discovers a river. This is so accurate. Katara discovering a river. That's great. Rick explores the arena. Finn discovers a river. Gumball scares off and sponsor. Mabel searches for a water source. Dindy searches for a water source. Let's keep going. One cannon shot can be heard. Morty. Dang it, Morty. You had to go and lose. Why? And that's kind of funny. Morty's the first to go. Marco tries to treat his infection. KO is awoken by nightmares. Dindy and Wirt talk about the tribute still alive. So in other words, everyone but Morty. Hashtag no one loves Morty. Mabel goes to sleep. Dipper and Aang huddle for warmth. Dipper x Aang. Awkward. Greg cries himself to sleep. Steven lets Cora into his shelter. Darwin, Gumball, and Mako get into a fight. Darwin triumphantly kills them both. Darwin! Yeesh. Connie goes to sleep. Adrian receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Finn cries himself asleep. Rick attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Star, Katara, Phineas, and Marinette sleep in shifts. Ferb overpowers Jake, killing him. Ferb's just like, I'm the better secondary character. Come on. Here we go. Day 2. Marinette fishes. Cora practices her archery. Katara is pricked by a thorn while picking berries. Darwin, Ferb, Wirt, and Marco form a suicide pact, killing themselves. Oh my god! Darwin, Ferb, Wirt, and Marco are all dead. Dindy and Connie fight Steven and Phineas. Dindy and Connie survive. Connie, why you kill Steven? Greg questions his sanity. Adrian receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Star discovers a river. Finn makes a slingshot. Aang makes a wooden spear. Rick practices his archery. Dipper hunts for other tributes. KO scares off Mabel. Let's look at all the dead. Gumball, Mako, Jake, Darwin, Ferb, Wirt, Marco, Steven, and Phineas. Dear Lord. Going on. Night 2. Star is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Marinette tends to her wounds. Connie and Aang tell stories about themselves to each other. Ko, Rick, Finn, and Dindy tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Greg climbs a tree. Korra receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Dipper questions his sanity. Adrian quietly hums. Katara destroys Mabel's supplies while she is asleep. Well, let's continue. Adrian camouflages himself in the bushes. Greg and Rick hunt for other tributes. Dipper is unable to convince Aang not to kill him. You know, I feel like it'd be easy for someone to convince Aang not to kill them. He's Aang! Ko scares Marinette off. Ko's just got a scary face. He's scaring everyone off. Connie stalks Mabel. Star constructs a shack. Finn, Korra, Dindy, and Katara hunt for other tributes. So, yeah, the only casualty is Dipper. Marinette thinks about winning. Katara defeats Connie in a fight, but spares her life. Rick tries to treat his infection. Finn screams for help. Mabel questions her sanity. Greg thinks about winning. Korra tries to sing herself to sleep. Star and Adrian huddle for warmth. Hey, I want... this is not the ship I want. Why? And Marinette's still alive, Adrian. What the heck? Ko receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Dindy screams for help. Aang cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. Aang! Dang! Katara Korra for other tributes. Adrian tends to Dindy's wounds. Greg, Ko, Rick, and Marinette hunt for other tributes. Connie discovers a cave. Mabel and Finn work together for the day. The only death is Aang's suicide. And that's kind of sad. Aang. Mabel forces Korra to kill Adrian or Finn. She decides to kill Finn. Marinette and Greg run into each other and decide a truce for the night. Dindy receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Connie tends to her wounds. Katara goes to sleep. Ko and Star sleep in ships. Rick starts a fire. I love how Rick's just over here like, yeah, whatever. Ko stalks Katara. Adrian travels to higher ground, so Adrian is officially a Kenobi. Dindy receives explosives from an unknown sponsor. Rick attacks Mabel, but she manages to escape. Star tries to sleep through the entire day. Korra defeats Greg, but spares his life. Marinette stalks Connie. Let's keep going. A volcano erupts at the center of the arena. Mabel survives. Katara pushes Korra into the lava. Rick dips his weapon into the lava and kills Connie with it. That seems just something like Rick would do, just like, dah! Marinette survives. Greg survives. As Adrian trips over Star into the lava, he grabs her and pulls her down with him. Well, Adrian and Star are both dead. Ko dips his weapon into the lava and kills Dindy with it. Okay, so that's apparently TKO. We officially have a TKO on the floor. Nice. The dead: Finn, Korra, Connie, Adrian, and Star and Dindy. Let's see how everything goes. Rick loses sight of where he is. Mabel suddenly snaps Marinette's neck. Whoa! Mabel! Whoa! Ko and Katara run into each other and decide a truce for the night. Greg quietly hums. Mabel Rick ambushes Mabel and kills her. Rick's a savage. Ko, Greg, and Katara start fighting, but Greg runs away as Ko kills Katara. KO's a beast. So the last one's Day 6. Greg searches for a water source. Rick injures himself and Ko makes a slingshot. The dead are Mabel, Marinette, and Guitar. Greg tends to his wounds. KO begs for Rick to kill him. He reluctantly obliges, killing KO. So it's just Greg and Rick. Rick kills Greg as he tries to run. Rick is the winner of the Hunger Games. 2 cannon shots to KO and Greg. The winner is Rick from District 9. Rick wins the Hunger Games. Whoa, guys, that was wild. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. Tell me if you want more of these. Like, I just thought this would be fun. Kind of funny that Rick won, but yeah. Anyway, bye, guys.